Hi guys! So yesterday we finished our Junie B. Jones book, Junie B. is Not a Crook. Today I chose a new book for us to read, and it's a Junie B. first grader book. So now she's in first grade, just like you guys, and it's called Toothless Wonder. So if you can see the cover there, it looks like Junie B. is going to have a loose tooth, which a lot of you guys have experienced, so I'm sure you have some connections to this. So we're going to read Chapter 1 today. In Chapter 1, Junie B. uses some not-so-kind words. We've heard her use these words before, and we talked about it, that we do not use these words to our friends, to our family, to anybody. I'm reading them because they're in the book, but you are not to repeat them. Okay? You gotta promise me. I'm going to say them. You are not. Only because they're in the book. So, Junie B., first grader, Toothless Wonder. The first chapter is called Prizes. There's a picture of Junie B. in first grade. It looks like she's wiggling her tooth a little bit. All right. So we're going to start off. Junie B. is writing in her journal. This is what her journal looks like. Friday. Dear first grade journal, today we are having a speaker in Rum Run. She is going to tell us all about recycling. Recycling is when you wash your trash, I believe. Mr. Scary said to write in our journals till the speaker gets here. Only I don't even feel like writing today. Because I have a loose tooth, that's why. And this thing is driving me crazy. Also, every time I write in this journal, I have to look up the words in the dumb dictionary. Except sometimes Mr. Scary spells the words on the board for us. And then I have to cross out my mistakes. Plus, also, I erase holes in my paper. Spelling is not a breeze, I tell you. That is all I feel like writing for today. I am done with this thing, and I mean it. From Junie B., first grader. I put down my pencil, and I opened my mouth. Then I reached my finger in, and I wiggled my tooth. That thing has been loose for a very long time. Only no matter how hard I wiggle it, it won't come out. I pulled on it a teensy bit. Ow! That hurt, you dumb bunny tooth, I said. May turned her head and looked at me. May sits next to me in room 1. She is not a pleasure. You shouldn't say dumb bunny, Junie B., she said. Dumb bunny is not a nice word. I raised my eyebrows at her. Oh, really? I said. Well, thank you for telling me that, dumb bunny May. Just then May's face got puffy and red. Don't say that word, I told you, she hollered. My teacher stood up at his desk. Problem back there, girls, he said. Yes, Mr. Scary, said May. There's always a problem back here, and her name is Junie Jones. I stamped my foot. B, May, I shouted. B, 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 B. You're always forgetting my B. Mr. Scary closed his eyes. Please, girls, can we just have one morning without any spats? I looked surprised at that man. But I didn't even spat, Mr. Scary, I said. My mother doesn't let me spat. Not even on the sidewalk. After that, I went up to his desk, and I smiled very cute. I have a loose tooth, I said. Would you like to see it, Mr. Scary? Huh? Would you? I opened my mouth and wiggled it for him. See? See how loose it is? It's loosey-goosey, isn't it? I said. He smiled. Wow, it is loose, Junie B., he said. And that's a top tooth, too. Losing a top tooth is the best. I looked puzzled. Is it? How come it's the best, Mr. Scary? I mean, is a top tooth funner than a bottom tooth, do you mean? Because last year I lost a bottom tooth, and I didn't actually get a kick out of it. My teacher did a chuckle. Ah, but when you lose a top tooth, your smile looks really cute, Junie B., he said. And when your new tooth comes in, you'll start looking like a big kid. I did a gasp at that news. A big kid, I said? Really? I'm going to look like a big kid? Mr. Scary nodded. Sure you are, he said. Here, let me show you what I mean. He looked all around the room. Class, does anyone in here have their big top tooth yet? If so, please raise your hand. All of the children looked and looked at each other, but no one raised their hand. Mr. Scary was surprised. Really, he said. No kidding. No one in our class has lost a top front tooth, huh? He turned around and shook my hand. Well, congratulations, Junie B. Jones, he said. It looks like you're going to be the first person in room 1 with a big top tooth. I felt very thrilled. Thank you, I said. And I skipped back to my seat and I sat down real proud. May did a huffy breath at me. Big deal. What's so special about losing a top tooth? She said. Everyone in our whole room is going to lose their top teeth, Junie Jones. It's not like you're the only one, you know. I did a huffy breath right back at her. Yes, May, I know I'm not the only one, I said, but I am the first one. And the first one is the winner. So there. Ha ha on you. May crossed her arms. Well, if you're the winner, then where's your prize? Huh, Junie Jones? I don't see a prize. Do you? I tapped my fingers, kind of stumped. Then I hurried back to my teacher's desk again. I patted him on the shoulder. Okay, here's the thing, I said. The children are wondering where my prize for being the tooth winner, and so how would you like to handle this situation? Mr. Scary did not answer right away. Well, he shrugged. Well, the truth is there aren't any prizes. I wasn't exactly running a contest, you know? Yes, I know, I said, but I bet you can still come up with a little something to make me happy. I pointed to his desk drawer. I bet there's something in there, probably. Teachers always have good stuff in their desk drawers. And so, why don't we take a look? Mr. Scary ran his fingers through his hair. Then at last he opened his drawer. Whoa, is that a stapler I see there? I said. A stapler would be good, don't you think? And I could really pound that thing, I bet. And if you'll just hand it over, I'll be on my way. Mr. Scary shook his head. No, Junie B, no stapler. I looked some more. Hey, hold the phone, I said. Is that Tums I'm looking at? I leaned closer. Yes, it is Tums, Mr. Scary. You've got Tums just like my Grandpa Miller. I bet you suffer from gas and bloating. Am I correct? Mr. Scary quick closed the drawer. Then I went to the supply closet and he got out a shiny silver paper and he scribbled a star. And then he cut it out and he pinned it on my shirt. There, he said. That's your prize for your tooth, okay? You get to wear a shiny star for being the winner. Now please go back to your seat. I looked down at my star. Yeah, only I don't actually think this is your best work, I said. Mr. Scary pointed to my desk. He was not having a good morning. I went back and sat down. May sneaked a peek at my star. I tried to act proud of it. Well, what do you know? A prize, I said. May did a mad breath and quick turned away. I looked down at my star again. This time it looked prettier, I think. And there's Junie B and May. May does not look happy that Junie B has a star. I think Junie B is teasing her a little bit too. A little bit. All right, tomorrow we will read chapter 2 called Uncle Lou. And we'll see you then. Have a good day.